Pisces, and welcome to your reading for September 2017. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you very much for all your comments, and if you'd like to book a reading with me, the link is below the video. So you are going to be looking this month at, for most of the month anyway, at relationships and partnerships and the quality of your relationships. And you are going to be letting go of anything within yourself or your perception of yourself that stops you from having, the kind of relationships that you deserve. So you're going to be wanting to reinvent yourself at that level of how you connect with people, how you communicate with people, who you let in. That can be friendships, it can be partnerships, intimate relationships, it can be business partnerships. The light is going to be shining on all of those things, as it always is at this time of year, but very, very much so, with so much going on in the sign of Virgo, which is your 7th house. And you have a unique opportunity to let go of any aspect of yourself or self-consciousness, self-awareness, how you feel about who you are, that stops you from having confidence in those connections. So let's just have a quick look. This is going to be fun because it's almost like doing a love reading. We're going to do a reading for Pisces to just look at what they need to do to enrich the quality of their relationships, what needs to change within themselves, or how do they need to increase their sense of self-love. Oh, that one felt as if it didn't want to get shuffled in. Where are we? It's a long shuffle. There we go. Okay. Past, present, future, advice, and probable outcome. Let's look at this one first. Base chakra. Okay, so Pisces, to some extent, your ability to feel secure in the world is affecting your relationships or the way that you view relationships. It could be that you don't feel stable or secure in what you're doing in some way. It could be that you don't feel that you've manifested a safe structure for your life. It could just be that you don't feel grounded enough, or that you feel, you're never really settled enough. Maybe you travel, or I don't know, you seem to be, there's something in your consciousness that says it's not the right time yet. It never seems to be quite the right time because I haven't sorted this out yet, or I haven't sorted that out yet. I haven't figured out this part of my material circumstances, or I haven't made this happen, or I don't know where I'm going, or something about putting your feet on the ground, putting one foot in front of the other, that sort of energy. So that's sort of an overarching energy for you there. You just leave that there and carry on. So the energy that you're just moving out of, partnerships and alliances. So it's possible that there has, it's interesting, isn't it, right? So it's possible that there has been a partnership, a relationship, a connection or an alliance recently that you've moved away from, something that you've enjoyed, or that's been a part of your life that you, for some reason, it seems to be a phase that you've moved away from. So let's see what the rest of the cards say. It could be that you've just recently met someone. It doesn't necessarily mean that you've just moved away from something, but this is the energy that you're currently moving through, or have just moved through. So in the present situation, heart chakra. So this is you going deep inside and soul searching in your heart, connecting, doing some healing in your heart and asking yourself, what am I ready for? Am I kidding myself here? Am I just putting up obstacles? Am I just putting things in the way all the time? Am I making excuses? Is there a part of me that's just really afraid to connect at that deep level? So all of these issues are coming up. This green, also for some of you there will be space around you. Green is very much about space. When we're healing the heart, we often need space. And this is very much about some of you having taken time and space to just withdraw, to just be with your own thoughts and your own feelings, and just figure out what you really want, what you really need, who you really are, and to just be, sometimes it can mean connecting with nature, all the things that are really good for the heart, space to breathe, being in nature, reconnecting with your real feelings, all of those things. So that's where you are now. Okay. timer hasn't been on at all, so we'll see. Okay, so you're moving into prosperity, right? So if you've had issues about the base chakra stuff, you know, security, material security, worldly security, you are moving into a phase now where you could actually start to see things, see the fruit for your efforts and for the time that you've spent withdrawing from connection. So it's possible that for some of you, you've not only said, I can't have this and this connection, relationship, whatever, or any relationship, or form partnerships, work partnerships, until I know where I'm going and what I'm doing. And it could be that you're moving into a phase now where that begins to become a reality, that you actually are going to start to see a material foundation, a base of prosperity that makes you feel more comfortable and secure about within yourself, about who you are, and therefore about connecting with others or with another. And it could be a group, you know, it could be a group or another kind of alliance. It doesn't have to be a romantic partnership. It could be a work partnership as well. Okay, so advice cards, patience and planning. So you're being advised to still not kind of make any rash moves, to continue planning, to continue forging ahead one step at a time, to continue focusing on the work and the foundation that you're building, and to just keep going forward, and to just be aware that relationships and connections that are supposed to be in your life will be in your life. They will come. It will work out. It will work out if it's the right thing. And that is the right thing for you. Of course, some meetings are predestined, but no one's going to tell you who you should be with. You'll know in your heart, and you'll know in your heart when you get to a point where you feel that you've had enough time to plan and that you're really, really ready. So some of you, though, I feel will be planning some kind of encounter. That's not exactly how I heard it, but it's something like that. Planning, you know, to create a nice environment that will welcome and facilitate some kind of a connection, intimate connection. And it could be that the time and space that you've had connecting with your heart has brought up in you all of those feelings, that's made you really clear that actually I think I do want this after all, and I'm going to put in the time and the effort that it takes, okay, against all the odds, against all the expectations, because I feel for some of you, people will think this person is just off on another planet, you know, there's just, forget it. But I think for some of you, there's going to be a turnaround. There's going to be something that you just think, you know, maybe this is for me after all. Maybe I can do this, okay? So, let's have a look at your other advice card. So, the universe card, that can be the completion of a cycle, that can be a change in worldly circumstances, that can be looking at the world with fresh eyes, looking out there and thinking, there's a lot out there, there's a whole big world out there for me that I'm not embracing, that I don't feel a part of, and you could be sort of coming down from the mountain and becoming a part of that world again. So, and this with patience and planning, it does actually look quite good. And we said this was about the 7th house as well, and you've got 7 here. So, you know, it could be that your planning is leading you back into a situation where you are about to embrace some of these more worldly kinds of connection. You're great when it comes to connecting with spirit, connecting with yourself, the higher self. Pisceans are all about that, you know, or even connecting with the earth, however you want to describe that connection with divinity. But it's possible that you know, the universe is speaking to you and saying to you, there are other kinds of connection that you could benefit from. There's more for you now, okay? And so where are you going with all of this? Da, 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 da. Okay, so we've got conflict and defeat. So what I feel is that this refers to your base chakra issues, so that it's possible that you are once again going to find an excuse not to connect. And this is where the learning is for you. So we said that you were going to be looking at what is it that needs to leave, what is it you need to let go of in order to have the kind of relationship that you want. And it's defeatist thinking, it's defeatist attitudes about yourself, about whether you're worth connecting with, about whether you have to have all your ducks in a row and all your dots joined before you can be with someone. It's that kind of thinking that's not helping you. You could find that you open your heart to the right person at just the right time, and it facilitates the kind of growth within you personally and ideologically and creatively that actually brings you the abundance that you're looking for. You don't have to marry them. You kind of just might want to be around a little bit and gain some of the benefits that come from being a part of the world, being in a loving connection and having your heart open. That can be a very creative and exciting space to be in. So what you need to let go of, Pisces, is defeatist thinking about relationships or about your ability to connect. Let's give you one more card, and if that's not a nice one, I'm going to give you an angel card. Transformation. Lovely, perfect. Okay, so it's time for all of us really at the moment to transform some aspect of ourselves in a major way. And for you, that's what this is. This is what that is, Pisces. It's transforming your view of relationships, of not feeling that you have to be perfect. Remember, you've got your 7th house cusp, if you're a Pisces ascendant particularly, is Virgo. So, you can be quite nitpicky when it comes to relationships and the right relationships, or you within the context of relationships, whether whether they're good enough for you and whether you're good enough for them. And it's time for all of that to transform and for you to realize nobody's perfect, no one is an island, nothing is perfect. You can make something beautiful out of anything if you decide to. And many factors in your life, and possibly many people, and a whole universe of love are asking that of you at this time, Pisces, to turn the fates around and to make it possible, okay? To stop sort of dangling on the edge of the universe and to come in from the cold and transform not only your life but the lives of those around you. I hope that means something to you, and I hope that means something to anyone at all who is maybe watching out for a Pisces. I hope that gives you some hope and some understanding, a bit more understanding about them and some of the things that they weigh up in terms of relationships and whether to go forward or not. And I think that's about it. My timer wasn't switched on, so if your reading is slightly longer or shorter, please forgive me, understand. And I'll see you in October, Pisces. Have a fantastic September, and thanks again for all of your comments and all of your connections. I really do appreciate them, and take care. Bye.
Stay a while and remember who you are. You are the sparkle from a star. So come on out and shine like the light that you are. Be still a while, 'cause every